What's going on, Who Dat Nation? Before we jump into today's show, all eyes on Deshaun Watson. Do you want the Saints to trade for the superstar young quarterback? Type Y for yes, type in for no. Get your votes in the comments. We have a full Deshaun Watson update, plus some more free agency rumors and news to get to here on day 2 of NFL free agency. Welcome into Saints Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Harrison Graham, for today's video. By the way, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. A lot of eyes are on Deshaun Watson because we have entered Watson Watch as things are happening quickly. So let's kind of catch you up on where he is and where the Saints fall into play here. He met with the Saints and Panthers on Monday. He met with the Browns on Tuesday. And now the Atlanta Falcons, another NFC South team, have emerged as a potential destination as well. So things are heating up around Deshaun Watson. He's going to meet with Atlanta on Wednesday, and it sounds like that he will make a decision as soon as tomorrow. And obviously, if the Texans get a trade offer from any of these teams that they like, they will go ahead and ship him out. This is pretty interesting, especially to the Saints, who are reportedly the favorites right now for Watson. Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara, and Deshaun Watson on the same offense, that would be electric. Good defense. We all know that. That shouldn't change this year. Offensive line's in a pretty good spot. We'll see what happens with Terrron Armstead. You probably would not be able to bring him back financially if you trade for Deshaun Watson, so you would have a need there, but you could address that in the draft. And the front office, as we know, is aggressive and has been able to bring in some key pieces throughout the years. Deshaun Watson's a special talent. There's no doubt about that. The last time we saw him, he threw for almost 5,000 yards, 33 touchdowns, 7 picks, over 70% completion percentage. We know he's a dynamic runner as well when he needs to be, but he is a pass-first quarterback, had 3 touchdowns on the ground back in 2020 as well. Look, the criminal legal side of his situation has been resolved. No criminal charges. There are still civil lawsuits out there, up to 22 cases. If those clear out completely, then he'll for sure get traded, but it sounds like he's going to anyway, and if the Saints are comfortable with his legal status, obviously you're getting a hell of a football player at the most important position in all of sports. So if you can get Deshaun Watson, maybe it comes with some risk and some baggage, and maybe it would turn some fans the wrong way, but make no mistake, you go from Drew Brees, one year of quarterback purgatory, to Deshaun Watson. That's not a bad transition if you are New Orleans. Type DW if you want the Saints to trade for Deshaun Watson. Support Deshaun. If you want to bring him to Who Dat Nation, if he's cleared and doesn't get suspended, which he might still, but even if he serves that suspension, you obviously have a franchise quarterback in place for a long time. Now here's a potential Deshaun Watson trade. First-round pick, second-round pick this year, and a third-round pick. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson as well. This was offered by the Saints Wire, by the way. This is not my trade idea. Eric McCoy and Marcus Davenport for Watson. You're going to have to throw more first-round picks in there, but I'd still be willing to do it if I am New Orleans. And the Texans, it's a non-starter if it's anything less than 3 first-round picks. So keep that in mind. So this trade isn't enough, but this is what Saints Wire came up with. You'd have to add a couple more first-round picks at the end of the day, plus some player capital as well. And Deshaun Watson, once Dennis Allen got promoted, apparently that's when things changed in terms of their interest for Deshaun Watson. So I think that's notable. Look, they should be interested because they don't have a quarterback. I mean, that's what this comes down to. Obviously, Jameis Winston's still out there. I think he's their kind of fallback option right now. If they don't win the Deshaun Watson sweepstakes, they'll just re-sign him, I would guess. But if you get Watson, it's a game changer, it's a franchise changer, and it gives you a chance to restart the rebuilding process overnight, really, which the Saints don't want to rebuild. They want to retool and push forward. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button here on our Saints YouTube channel. We crossed 4,000 subs. Appreciate that. The road to 5K is underway, and hey, if the Saints trade for Deshaun Watson, that's going to cook things up very, very quickly. So thank you for 4,000 subs. Let's get to 5,000 subs as soon as possible. Be sure to hit that subscribe button here on our Saints YouTube channel, and we will have you guys covered on the latest Saints news and rumors very, very quickly. Let's get to Jarvis Landry now. Could the Saints sign Jarvis Landry after he was released by the Browns on Monday. A lot of teams certainly in the mix. Adam Schefter mentioned the Saints as a team showing a lot of interest in Jarvis Landry. Obviously, you put him in the slot. That would be a nice addition with Michael Thomas coming back on the outside. Cleveland has not retained him. He has gotten cut, obviously, so he is available to sign in NFL free agency. Obviously, with the Saints salary cap situation, speaking of which, Adam Schefter says that the Saints have converted over $8 million of Marcus Davenport's salary this year into a signing bonus to clear almost $7 million in cap space. So if they wanted to go get a guy like Jarvis Landry with that $8 million freeing up, you could potentially fit him under that umbrella. So keep that in mind as well as the Saints continue to manipulate the cap, something the Dallas Cowboys are incapable of doing as well. Speaking of which, if you want a nice little deal, get this 2-pack polo on sale at chatsports.com/Saints Polo. You get a 2-for-1 opportunity here. Get some fresh polos for the fresh season coming up in 2022. Chatsports.com/Saints Polos. Spring is upon us. You want to go play some golf, represent your squad while doing so. Chatsports.com/Saints Polo. Now, Jarvis Landry had a bit of a down year last year, but he was playing with an injured quarterback. He also got injured himself and played through injury. Missed 5 games, but played hurt most of the year. 570 yards and 2 touchdowns. But in his career, he's been very productive. A lot of that production coming in Miami, a little bit in Cleveland. Almost over 7,500 yards. 37 touchdowns. He's one of the best slot receivers in the NFL. He's not the most explosive guy, but especially if you're bringing a guy like Deshaun Watson to get him another weapon, would obviously be very, very beneficial. Should the Saints sign Jarvis Landry? Type S for sign, type P for pass. Let me know what you guys think on this one. Again, if the price is right, Jarvis Landry is still a really good player. He's still young enough. I think he's got a lot left in the tank, and his game isn't based on elite speed or athleticism, so he should age pretty darn well. And by the way, with all the Tyrann Mathieu rumors, which he's not going back to Kansas City, so those are going to continue to circulate, could you imagine bringing a couple of LSU legends back to New Orleans and Tyrann Mathieu and Jarvis Landry? That would be awesome. Bring those boys back to the boot. We'll see what ends up happening on that front. Now, we're still kind of on free agent watch for a couple of the Saints' key free agents. Jameis Winston, we mentioned. I think he wants to come back to New Orleans, but we'll see what happens there. Obviously, they're on Deshaun Watson watch. Terrron Armstead as well. He wants a big payday. We'll see if he gets it. Quan Alexander at linebacker. P.J. Williams, we mentioned the news of Marcus Davenport converting some of his contract, so he will return and help the Saints save some cap space on that front as well. But a lot of moves still to come for New Orleans throughout NFL free agency, and we will see what plays out next. Did want to mention as well, Marcus Williams will not be returning as he is going to Baltimore on a 5-year deal worth $70 million. Safeties are getting paid, guys. I don't blame the Saints for not paying up for Marcus Williams. Really good player, but $14 million per year, that's a lot of commitment for a safety. Here's the deal. We're going to do a mailbag sometime later this week, so use hashtag Saints. Get your questions in. We'll answer as many of them as we possibly can. Producer Trace, who is our resident Saints fan, he is in charge of our Saints channel here. He will pick the best questions. So, hey, load them up, get them in. Best questions get on the show. Hashtag Saints, and we will see you soon here on Saints Now.